What is going on, guys? Chris here and welcome back to another episode of Can Chris Solve. Today we're going to be trying out a really quite highly requested video. This is the Fisher Cube. This puzzle was designed a really long time ago by a guy called Tony Fisher, and I guess it just caught on in the community because it is a pretty awesome 3x3 shape mod, and I guess it's kind of the shape mod that led to all the other puzzles such as the Axis Cube and I don't know. Anyway, I've owned two of these puzzles before. I sold them a really long time ago, and I'm pretty sure I can solve this one, but let's just give it a go. Let's see what we can do. Let's scramble this guy up. Okay, so here we go. Let's just give this guy a nice scramble. This is just a 3x3 as I said, so we're just going to do 3x3 moves I guess, and well, it gets pretty messed up as you guys can see. Let's have a look at this. So in classic Haribo 41296 fashion, we are going to solve the white face first, and that begins with getting our cross. This does look like a corner, it's actually an edge, and this is our center. And the important thing here I think is that we need to make sure our centers are lined up properly. So before I put this piece in like so, I need to make sure this center matches up with our edge. So we can do that quite easily by just switching around our center before we match it up with our edge. This one over here is already matched up for us, which is quite nice. And then this white, orange and green is going to match up with this guy. So we move it out of the way, rotate our center, and then pop it in like so. We have our cross done, and all of our centers seem to match up quite nicely. So I guess the next step would be F2L. Now this is actually really easy on the Fisher Cube I think, because our edges kind of don't orient themselves. Whichever way we match them up, they will always kind of look okay, and this is kind of where we get our parity from. So I guess it can't really be helped because there's no way of knowing, but we will probably get a parity error at some point, so let's just go with it. We're matching up our greens here, popping it in, and then we have our blues here, so let's give them a match up and then pop them in their slot. And then finally, these two guys, really easy, just like so. And actually, we have managed to dodge parity. The parity we might have is, for example, what am I going to do here? Well, we might have this. Now, obviously, if you can solve a 3x3, you'll know that this is technically impossible on a 3x3 because we need at least two edges solved. If we have no edges, it's fine. If we have two, it's fine. If we have four, it's fine. But if we have one or three edges solved, there's no algorithm to solve it. So what I actually did is I flipped around this green edge. Obviously, because these edges cannot be orientated properly, there's no way of knowing whether you have given yourself parity or not. So let's put these back in the correct way. We just got really lucky the first time, and there you go. We have our F2L done, and we can move on to OLL. And this is really straightforward because obviously yellow on top is what we are looking for. So let's do our OLL algorithms, and there we go. So now the real challenge is trying to figure out what case we have here for PLL, because this is where it gets tricky. So my best guess would be that we have an F-perm because we have these three pieces solved and then the rest of them not solved. So if we do an F-perm algorithm, does that solve the puzzle? Oh no, it wasn't an F-perm after all. What do we have here? You see, now I'd be inclined to say we have a J-perm, but I don't know if we do. It's too risky. I'm just going to do beginner's method. I don't want to mess it up. I'm sorry. Okay, so what do we have now? I guess I'm just being put off by the corners and the edges, because obviously these are these are edges, I think. So now I think we just have a U-perm. So we need to switch this guy with this guy. This edge needs to go over here and this one here. So yep. And I think we're gonna have a center parity, which is not good. Yep, this guy is now wrong. As you can see, we've solved everything else, but don't worry. This is a really straightforward algorithm to just flip this guy around. And there you go. We've managed to do it. The Fisher cube is solved. Awesome. So yeah, that was quite a nice experience. You know, having solved this puzzle quite a lot before, and actually having this as one of my favorite puzzles, it was really nice to come back to this and try and solve it. And I'm glad we kind of had trouble with the PLL. That was quite an interesting way to kind of get around algorithms in your head. So there you go. That is the Fisher cube, and we managed to solve it. Awesome job. Alright guys, so there you have it. We solved the Fisher cube with a little bit of difficulty, but hey, it wouldn't be fun if I didn't struggle somewhat. So there you go, we managed to solve it. Super fun puzzle, really awesome. I do love shape mods, and yeah, I'm really happy with this puzzle. I'm just really glad I have one in my collection again. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for suggesting the Fisher cube. Of course, if you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Remember, leave a like on this video if you've enjoyed, and subscribe to be notified every time I make a new video. Have an awesome day, guys, and I'll see you next time.